Do your planes look like this and do you have some time to waste while you are climbing into the battle? You can now use the free Golden Eagles app to help you with the stock grind. If you sign up now with my referral code EPGEK, you will receive 10 Golden Eagles upon signing in, and most importantly, you will be giving me a small cut of your earnings. And every time you reach 5,000 Golden Eagles, just like we did today, I will be able to host a bit of a giveaway, but I'll give you more details at the start of the actual video because I know 80% of you will probably skip this. Welcome back, and today we are flying out the Cannon Mustang, and after the wheel shader changes, this thing absolutely slapped. And it comes down to three things. The first one is you are pretty decently fast, you fight lower tier enemies so they don't really know what they are doing most of the time, and these guns just absolutely dick slap everyone out of the air. And today we are going to get 9 kills and I'll have over 25% of my ammo left without landing, which should give you a little bit of an indication just how good these guns actually are. The ammo pool does leave a little bit to be desired, only 125 rounds per gun, but because you have 4 of them, and 2 of them are probably enough to kill people anyway, it's really not that much of an issue in most games. But if you aren't that accurate and you want to just get 1 or 2 kills and spray, you're probably gonna be out of ammo pretty damn quickly. Those are the guns. What about the flight performance? The flight performance is okay, it doesn't climb the best, it's not very good at high altitude, it doesn't maneuver amazingly, it's all kind of just good to medium in most aspects, but it is pretty quick and it does turn well enough to use your guns and use your other advantages if, for example, you get a bit of an energy advantage in terms of altitude. The second you get above people, you can do some work with this thing. The second people are above you, you are gonna have a little bit of an issue if your enemy doesn't commit. For everyone that skipped the ad at the start, which I can't really blame you for, we are doing another giveaway. 5,000 Golden Eagles to a random commenter in the first 48 hours. But if we reach over 5,000 likes as well as over 500 subscribers, I'll make it 10k. Just because you guys went absolutely crazy the last time, and I do want to see just how far you can push this thing. So we have this Key 108 that was sitting on my 6 for the entire time. We go head on with him, we set him on fire. He's basically written off, and I mean, it's an open shooting gallery down there, so I now just need to pick my targets. Who do I want to kill first? Well, the Spitfire is kind of pitching up to us. The Key 108 burned up, and there's really no one around here to contest me if I go for the Spitfire. So I'm gonna see if I can pick him off real quick while no one is around. Now this guy is going super slow. He's trying to pitch into us and doesn't have the energy for that. So we just shoot once, blow his wing off, and we just go back up. Keep looking around because the entire enemy team at this point is still alive and I can only see 5 of them. So I do need to be somewhat wary here. We have an I-185 that's definitely coming for us. We have a bomber in orbit over there, you can tell it by the contrail. And I'm just making sure that he doesn't come gunshipping in and ruin my game. For now, it's only the 185 that's pitching up into us, but he doesn't have the energy for this, so I'm just kind of pitching up over his nose, making sure that he goes 90 degrees up, and then has to keep pulling to actually pull lead on us. It doesn't really work out for him, so we do the same thing. We kind of dive down on him. It looks like he's already been damaged by something, I'm not entirely sure what. We just tap fire, he's way too slow to really dodge, so we just shoot, 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 finally combust into spare part, and we go straight back up. On the right we have a teammate that's actually tangled up with 2 of the enemies, and then there is also an A6M on the deck. So I want the P-51 to kind of bring them down so I can actually help him out. Because right now, if I come in, there's a big possibility that both of the enemies there are just gonna go head on with me. I'm forced to break off, then I get them on my 6, P-51 goes for the A6M for example, and then I'm dead as well. But the P-51 does the thing that I asked and he actually dives to the deck. Now I didn't mean for him to actually go below the A6M, but he did drain all 3 of them of energy and now I can kind of help him out. The issue is that we have a Spitfire on our ass, so if I now dive on the deck, I'm going to get clubbed by the Spitfire on my 6. So I need to actually turn around and leave this guy to the wolves. I cannot help him right now without throwing the match, so I am turning around here. I'm not gonna go directly towards him, I'm gonna go into a shallow climb, keep about 400 kilometers an hour. And if the Spitfire tries to pull lead on us right now, he needs to keep climbing. He's also turning, he's burning a lot of energy right now. He's burning a lot of speed especially. But his energy state isn't looking very ideal. He's gonna do the smart thing and not actually commit to the turn right here, because I will instantly stall him out. But I also have the feeling that he's just going to try and head on me the second I come down on him. So I'm gonna keep pitching up over him for a little bit longer. He finally does commit, and then when I dive on him, he probably thought about going head on with me, notices last second that he's not actually going to make it because I set it up that way, And at that point, when you realize it is too late. So now we have the I-185 below us, the J-26 on the right is flying away, and the A6M is below us. Who do I want dead first? Well, I want to kill the I-185, because he has much more energy, and he is better at climbing, he's faster, and he is going to be more of a threat later on. However, the A6M is one of those planes, if I miss one of two dodges, he's going to waste all my time in this game. And time is something that I don't have too much of. So the second I notice that A6M being relatively slow, I'm actually going to overcommit to the A6M, shoot him down, and now I'll use the stored energy to fight the I-185. When you look at target prioritization, yes, going for the A6M is the worst option. However, if you look at it, the A6M is much more annoying to kill, takes much more resources to kill. Even though he's less of a threat, he is infinitely more annoying. And then I waste about 120 rounds on this guy here because I just forget how to aim. And in my journey back to base, I think by the time I've taken back off, the tickets are gone. Because right now in War Thunder, if you have to RTB at any point in the match, it's going to cost you the game either on tickets or it's going to win you the game on tickets. You can't really RTB anymore in today's War Thunder, which I think is an absolute shame. Might as well remove the airfields at this point. So F6F comes in. I do want to be somewhat wary of it, but I had an energy advantage. I came in from higher and I'm going decently quick. I'm gonna go head on with him, shoot a few rounds, manage to nick his engine, which is absolutely fantastic. And now I'm just gonna send it instantly into the vertical, because this bozo has absolutely no chance anymore. Now he's gonna pull in right there, but he's stalling out. He can't really shoot. Bit sketchy, but I want to wrap this up quickly because the tickets are going down pretty quick on this map. The F6F is pretty decent at turning if it has energy. And F6F with a damaged engine gets his balls drained as quickly as I do in a back alley on a Saturday afternoon. Absolutely no chance at all. F6F is down, B7A2 coming in, and the B7A2 is a pretty decent plane. It's pretty damn good, especially early game, because it gets the airspawn and everything. But the B7A2 with an energy disadvantage, especially if he pitches into you like the paid actor he is not gonna have that much of a chance. The B7A2 is a plane that works very, very well early game or if it's above people. When it's below you, it's pretty easy to abuse because the climb rate and the speed. And the maneuverability isn't that fantastic. It's definitely maneuverable, but it mostly comes down to the fact that it has energy at the start. And then the Halifax team kills the 185. At that point I was kind of upset about it because I thought maybe I'll get 11 kills without reloading because, well, I have the ammo to do so. J26 team kills the Halifax, that team killed the 185, and in retrospect, that won me the game. So J26 comes in and I'm going pretty fast. I'm not whapping. I'm trying to cool my engine because I am going orange very quickly now. And I'm not sure how long this fight is going to last, so I'll just use it in the dive. I then break off to the right. I make him pitch up into us. And the J26 David does have much better performance than us. But because he pitched up into us, he didn't expect me to react to him. And because I did, I basically instantly killed himself. Not like he could have done much, but thank you for making it quick. Thank you for team killing. You'll get your payment after the video goes live. Thank you very much for being part of my paid actor program. You can sign up by liking the video and subscribing, of course. So what now? We are not at the best of altitudes. There's some enemies on the left side which are much higher than us. Key 43 and as well as another plane. I think it's another 109. Don't really want to deal with him right now, so I'll go down, kill the 109 E7. He was way too slow to dodge, go into the clouds and then kind of come back in once they all started diving. I should be unspotted and now everyone is below me again. And I get the ability to kind of pick off and choose whoever I want to go for. The 109F comes in. It's a 109 F2, which is good to know, because that means that he doesn't have the 20mm, doesn't have the best gun in the game. He doesn't become an absolute instant focus target for me, but I do want to be wary of him, because the 109 F1 and F2 have pretty damn good flight performance, especially for this BR. Key 43 dives out, which is great, because I don't really want to deal with that thing, and the 109 here doesn't have the energy to really do much against us, so I'm gonna pull this into a little bit of a spiral. Make him pitch up into us, because we saw when we were flying directly away from him, I was outrunning him, which means that I have more speed as well as more altitude. And then I can just kind of do an horizontal turn, because he won't have the speed to actually pitch up into us. And we instantly get directly on this guy 6. Now I can press him down a little bit, make sure that he wastes as much energy as possible. And the entire enemy team is also directly below us again. Basically the same scenario as the last game. Which was also the last game in real life, because I only did 3 games and you're seeing all of them. You're also seeing all of the kills. So, We pushed him down a little bit. We did get a hit in, but not really anything special. Not really thinking that he's really suffering from that. But he's also kind of breaking off. But I have the feeling that he's just going to come back the second I start engaging anyone. I'm not sure. We'll see. But as of now, I have other things to worry about. Key 43 definitely takes priority here because he's super, super annoying in a game with multiple people around. He's going slow enough right now. And I just want to make sure that he does not survive to live the tail. So I break off again, BF-109 F1 this time on R6, Key 43 burns up, which is perfect. The 109 F2 that we hit earlier is kind of flying away. For now I'll believe it, but I am going to keep him in the back of my mind because I don't really trust it since I didn't really damage him that badly. 109 power fail over here, pitching up into us. And again, we are just gonna tighten the loop. Keep him high, make him fly as far as possible. And then once he gets close enough, I'm just gonna pitch up into him. And there is no chance that he's getting his nose on us. And here we go again. He does not have the energy. We are gonna go straight up. 190 in the background also coming in. So I don't want to attack right now. So I'm going to extend my... I don't know what this maneuver is called. This turn basically. By going up a little bit. The 109 still does have no opportunity to kill us. And the 190 is now also stalled below us. Because he probably expected me to instantly go for the 109. He bet on the fact, and he bet wrong. Unfortunately, I don't hit that shot, but I still have the ability to go back to the BF-109 F1, because that's just how we set up the loop. The 109 F1 is higher, in my opinion, more dangerous, and we have the ability to just park on the 6 and the 190 is flying away from us. Now, I'm not saying that the 109 F1 is much more powerful than the Focke-Wulf 190 A1. The A1 is definitely a very good plane at this BR. However, I think that the 109 F1 is much easier to fly, so I'd rather kill the guy that is more likely to be more dangerous. The 190 is flying the other way right now. He rammed someone in the head-on. Turns out he wasn't a threat after all. And now we have some guys below us again. The CW21 is one of the most annoying pieces of shit that you can find at this BR. Luckily, this guy has no eyes, no hands, no legs. Possibly a fractured skull, a speech impairment. I mean, what doesn't he have? He is just flying straight. And even though I can't aim for the life of me, this guy has absolutely no clue. I think that's the most clueless guy I've ran into in a long while. But he also has a bit of a bot name, and I'm sorry if I called you a bot. Also a bit of a bot name. Also a very low BR plane, so it might just be that he has no clue what he's doing because he is simply new to the game. You'll get there someday, I'll believe in you. Or don't, just quit the game. That's probably better for your health, because this game is a bit of a dumpster fire. But you know, one can dream. Hurricane comes in, and again, we just have way too much altitude. We have 2 kilometers on this guy. He's going very slow, and I'm just gonna pitch down into him, see if he wants to pitch up into us, see if I can stall him out. He doesn't really react either. I mean, I don't think I was that stealthy. I mean, there is no gameplay here. I tried to stall him out and he just didn't react, which is kind of annoying because now I get a very boring kill. I wanted to stall out the Hurricane. Even though he's on fire, he still didn't react. But Ben Shapiro was probably just busy looking at pictures from his sister. Can't really blame him. Then we have the 109 F2 that we had at the start of the match. But now he's above us and on R6. And we have a blind hunt on us, which is a little bit unlucky. So this guy is gonna do nothing. We have the ticket advantage. We have amount of fuel to last us to the end of the game. We have 176 rounds of ammo. And everything is in my favor. He needs to attack me. If he doesn't, he will lose. So I'm just gonna fly in front of him. I can do the boring thing, just run away from him. He will never catch me. But I want to kill this guy. Why is that, you might ask? I don't need to win. I've won enough games. I am just here to dogfight people, win games, and show you some gameplay in the meantime. And me running away doesn't provide anyone with anything. So I'm just gonna taunt this guy in the chat, invite him into taking shots at me, invite him into engaging us. And I'm gonna put myself in a turbo shit position just so that this guy does something. Because the fact that he actually broke off earlier because I got a singular hit on him already tells me what kind of player that this is. This is a guy that will not take the fight in any chance if he has any disadvantage. So he's finally coming down, so I'm gonna extend a little bit down as well to make sure that he goes fast and he overcompresses. Even if he doesn't compress, it's a low tier player. Probably doesn't have the highest of crews, because then they don't fly the BF-109 F2. How often do you find people that play this game religiously that fly something like the BF-109 F2, unless it's Razor with his rocket pods. But we'll just ignore that. Now he's above us, he's still not engaging. So if he doesn't compress, he's going to pass out, one or the other. Both of which are fine to me. We're going 600. I'm just giving this guy my 6 and I don't start pulling in until very late. He goes 90 degrees down on us, which means that he's going to lose a lot of altitude. And I just turn back into him, instantly get the shot. We get a wingtip crit, but it doesn't actually give me a damage indicator on the bottom right. And he just goes straight vertical. And I can stick this a little bit longer. My aim is absolutely terrible when it comes to straight up or straight down, especially when the camera starts like rotating in place. Very, very annoying. And this guy, I mean, he just stalls himself out. He just wasted its entire advantage, because if he recovered that stall quicker, I couldn't have done much about it, but he stalled out and he waited for the plane to flip and everything like that. It's a lot slower and we are back to the exact same position. And I'm looking at the timer of my fuel. I'm looking at the timer of the battle that's left, and I just need to make sure that I have about the same amount of seconds left as there is seconds in the game. And if that is the case, then we are gonna be good. So I pop some smoke, invite him in yet again, and we're gonna do the same thing, except this time he has a little bit of wingtip damage and the 109 is very annoying and he just keeps breaking off. This guy does not want to engage me for the life of him, but he has to. If he wants to win, he needs to kill me. So I can just dangle my ass in front of him the entirety of the way. And I'm dragging this guy lower, lower and lower until I can just kind of fly underneath him and hopefully make him crash into the ground. Because he is crit now, so if he crashes, it doesn't matter what happens to him. If he dies any way or the other, I am going to get the kill. Now I'm going to outrun him here, so I don't want that because I still want this kill. We are going to try and go directly below him. And if he doesn't engage me when I'm directly below him, I don't know when he will. If he doesn't, he will lose on ticket. So I'm basically inviting him into a 90-degree dive bomb on me. And he's going pretty fast already. And no ability to pull out of that one. Good night, and I'll see you in the next one.